Hey y'all, so I tried to do this video earlier. I have no idea what happened to my phone or whatever, but it did not process. It's just clear and there's nothing on it. So anyway, and if you can't hear the music in the back, no, I don't own the rights. We all know that's Boosie. He got that. I don't own the rights to his music. But anyway, or anything that comes on after. But like I was saying, today's Shonda's Corner is talk to your kids, your children, your little people, your mini-me's. Kids be going through stuff that we don't know if we don't ask, or if you don't have that type of relationship with your children. Talk to your kids. I say this because I have a great relationship with my son. He's 11, and we talk about literally everything up under the sun, from start to finish, A to Z, up to down. Things that most parents wish their kids probably would talk to them about, my son would tell me, because I've made him comfortable enough and let him know that he can come to me with anything. Kids are dealing with self-esteem issues. Kids are dealing with bullying. Kids are dealing with feeling a type of way about themselves. It's just one of those things where you really have to make sure that you are talking to your kids and making sure that you understand them, they understand you, and you can help them through these things. Self-esteem is a big issue, and it starts as a child. So if you're not telling your children that they're pretty, they're beautiful, they're handsome, that they're cute, they look nice, if you're not encouraging them and uplifting them, they're not going to know how to feel when someone says you're ugly, or your head's nappy, or your hair's too curly, your hair's too straight, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too short, you're too tall. They're not going to know what to do because nobody has ever had a conversation with them. Nobody's building them up. You have to set the standard for your child's self-esteem so that when someone does say something negative to them, or something to them to try to make them feel a way about themselves, it'll roll right off of their back like sweat, because they already know, I'm a king, I'm a queen, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm awesome. But if they don't know that, that stuff gets deeply rooted into their mind, their head. Kids are committing suicide at a young age now. We didn't really hear about that in our time, even though bullying, self-esteem, and things like that were out when I grew up. But it's worse now. We have to talk to our children. Like, you cannot just let them go to school, let them be in society, just let them just be. Like, you have to communicate with them. You know, we just moved this year. My son has only been in his school, had only been in his school for 2 months. And this part is for the people with daughters. Talk to your daughters, teach them some self-esteem, and teach them some standards. Because my son is one of those kids that is still a kid. I raised him not in grown folks' business. He doesn't watch like the rated R, the this, the that with me. I can't say what he's seen outside of my home, but for the most part, he's with me, and I don't play that stuff. I'm not saying he's innocent and don't know nothing, because he does know things that he's seen and heard thanks to other people, which is why I'm telling you to talk to your kids. You can raise your kid up under a rock, but they still got to go to school. They still got to go to Walmart. They still have to go to all these different places where they're seeing stuff, they're hearing stuff. They can catch a commercial and this stuff on there. It's like, what in the world? So talk to your kids. Getting back to the school thing, he was coming home every day within the first 3 weeks like, Mom, all of these girls are trying to date me. Like, this one is asking me to date him, this one is asking me to date him, people keep telling me they like me, da 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 da, the bus, the school. I'm like, what in the world? So, you know, I'm talking him through it, and, you know, kind of giving him some positive reinforcement or what have you. But the fact that it was so many little girls all on a boy like that, that's the issue for me, because it's like, who raising you and who taught you? Because when I was a little girl, I wasn't gonna approach a guy like, oh, I like you and you need to be my boyfriend. Now, there were some girls like that, but where are those girls today? How has their life turned out? You have to raise your kids a certain way so that they can become something in life, so that they can be productive, so they can make a difference or a change. Now, there's nothing wrong with knowing what you want once you're old enough to even deal in that manner. But when you are 10 or younger, I just can't understand or fathom why you all over a little boy that you just met. And when I say this, I say it because, you know, now technology has taken over and you have kids that have phones and Instagrams and tablets and Wi-Fi and blah, blah, blah. So the little girl had his IMO or what have you. And when I say blowing him up every 5 minutes, and the reason I know is because I'm that parent that has control of the things that my son is doing. I'm taking your phone, looking through it like, oh, who is this? What's this? What's going on? I got your Instagram or whatever connected to my phone, so I'm seeing the messages before you see them. I mean, hey, what you doing? I see you active. Why you ain't calling me back? Why you not answering the phone? First of all, you're not his mom. Secondly, you're 10. Third of all, if y'all just got off the bus, don't you got homework? Or don't you supposed to be asleep at 11 and 12 o'clock at night? These messages are coming through. Sorry about that. And it's like, what in the world? Meanwhile, my son's like, hey, 10 minutes later because he's busy, or an hour later because he's not on that energy. These little girls are so aggressive and so ready to just, I don't know what they're ready to do, honestly. But talk to your kids, man. Build their self-esteem. Tell these little girls that they're beautiful, that they are special, that they are worth it, that they don't have to deal with any and everything to say that they have, you know, power or to feel beautiful. They don't have to have a man or accept anything from a man, because when you're 10 and you already like, oh, if you don't call me back in 5 minutes, then it's over. And if you don't message me, like my son told one of his friends one time that he